My sister-in-law, shortly after that, sent me this cute little birthday book, and I thought, well, my goodness, that will be much easier to make a book like this than the Spring Blessings one that I showed you earlier. So I just had to try it, and Silly Goose seemed to be perfect for it. This is what I came up with. Let me see, just enough to make us smile. You could add more pages and do a little more than I did. So this has a lot of good sayings in it. Silly Goose told me it's your birthday. This silly goose forgot. Could be a thank you card. Sending a big honkin' thanks. Sending gaggles of good wishes. That's one that I used. You got a friend in me. So a really fun set for adults and for children. Another one that would make a really cute book, especially for a toddler, I think would be this On the Farm. I'm already thinking how to do it, and I'd probably do the barn on one page and each of the animals on another page. And Mom and Dad could go through the book and say, what does the chicken say? What does the cow say? You know, kids love that kind of stuff. So let me show you how I did this book, and you'll be surprised at how easy it is. I just copied the one my sister sent me. First page is going to be 6 3/4 by 4 1/4, and I did alter it a little bit to make it easy because I like to do as close to whole numbers as possible. It's too hard to figure out 5/8 and whatnot. So simply score it here, you know, slide it over to 3 1/4 and then over again to 3 1/2. So you get a little binding piece that's about 1/4 of an inch. And you're not going to believe how easy this is. The pages are 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And let me show you how I did the hole punching for the ribbon. I didn't even measure it. I just slid it in as far as it goes, used my little edge marker, and punch. There you go. Now if I do them all the same, they should all fit, right? Let's hope so. So I'll just use my punch as the marker. And so simple. I don't even have to measure. Now let's see if they all fit. And they do. So it's going to be folded together like this. And of course you'll decorate it as you want and use whatever stamps you want. I left this one because I wanted to show you that I think the watercolor pencils work really nice with this. And if you haven't used the watercolor pencils in a while, I'm going to show you how I do it. I generally like to make an outline because that's going to be the darker area. And then, so it doesn't get all liney, and do little circles just to bring that color in. And it doesn't hurt to leave a little white. You know, the sun shining on it, perhaps. And then I would use the blender pen to shade it in, which is maybe the easiest. If you don't have a blender pen, use this Wink of Stella. That'll give it a little glitter. And that does the same thing I've found as the blender pen. So maybe that's worth it. And see how we got a little light in the middle, but darker around the edges. So there you go. It all just goes together. And you're gonna, this is very helpful in pushing it through, but you could probably just weave it through easily anyway. So anyway, you can see how that's going to work. It's going to just go through, weave it through, much easier than the one I showed you earlier. And then of course you got to put it through each one. And then that should just fit perfectly. Because you got to go through this one. And then you want to tie your bow on the outside. Leave it a little bit loose so that you can turn the pages. And your bow will be here. Okay, so this will be your end product. And have fun. Try it out. Thanks for stopping.